syllabus that we will do today, and the name of the chapter is landforms. This is the first chapter from your second unit test syllabus that we will do today. So what is landforms? Now if we try to define landform, then we find that the different forms or types of land that we see on the surface of the earth, they are termed as landforms. That is, we see a mountain, we see a hill, we see a plateau, and we see a plain land. So these different types of land that we see on the surface of the earth, they are termed as landforms. Now, how these landforms develop? The landforms develop due to natural reasons. Means there are natural agents which are causing the formation of lands, or they are shaping and reshaping the different types of land that we see. Now, if we want to find out who are these or how it is happening, then we know that the natural agents, that is, these agents are there in the nature itself who are shaping and reshaping the landforms, and this can be defined into or divided into two groups. One is endogenous factors, another one is exogenous factors. So, what are landforms? The different types of land that we see on the surface of the earth. How it is formed? It is formed due to some agents, due to whom we call the natural agents. If we look at it, then these natural agents, they can be divided into two groups: endogenous factors or endogenous agents, and the exogenous forces. So there are mainly two types of agents or two types of forces that is responsible for the development of different kinds of landforms on the surface of the earth. Endogenous means these forces are working at the interior of the earth. So what are endogenous forces? The forces which are occurring or which are taking place at the interior of the earth, that is giving rise to different types of landforms on the surface. Another group of forces or another group of factors we can say is the exogenous. That means that is taking place at the on the surface of the earth. That is, it is on the outer way. Exogenous means external. It is not inside the earth, but it is outside or on the surface of the earth. Okay, so mainly due to these two factors, these two forces, landforms develop on the earth's surface. So let us first take up the endogenous or the internal factors that are responsible, or forces that are responsible for the development of the landforms. Now, when we are looking at the endogenous forces, we see that something happens within the interior of the earth due to which landforms occur. Now, why it occurs? Now, if we look at the earth crust, then we see that the earth crust consists of several plates. Several plates means several pieces of the earth's crust. Now, the outer shell of the earth, if you look at the outer covering of the earth, it looks like a cracked eggshell. You have seen an egg. It looks like a cracked eggshell. Means there are cracks in it. Clear? And these pieces of land, these are called plates. If we look at the outer shell of the earth, it is like a cracked eggshell. You have seen an eggshell. If it is cracked, it looks the way it looks, the earth looks like that, the outer shell of it. And those pieces, those cracks, according to the cracks here, earth is divided. So these pieces of land, they are called the plates. And these plates, they are, what we can see, these are very large blocks of land, and they are forming the ocean beds, and they are also forming the lands. When they make up the oceans, or when they form the beds of the oceans, they are called the oceanic plates. And when they make up the continents, they are called continental plates. So what we see, that landforms are water landforms, the different types of land that we see on the surface. How they are formed? When we are going to study how these landforms occur, then we see that there are two types of forces. One is endogenous, another one is exogenous. Endogenous forces work within the Earth's surface. What happens? That we come to know that the outer shell of the Earth, that is the Earth's crust, consists of several plates. And these plates, what are these plates? Actually, if we look at the outer covering of the Earth, it is like a cracked eggshell, and those large pieces, broken pieces of land, they are called the plates. The plates that are found on the beds of the ocean, or that make up the beds of the ocean, they are called oceanic plates. And those that make up the continent, they are called continental plates. So what happens? These plates, they are not stable. They are floating. They are floating on the upper part of the mantle, which is called the asthenosphere. So those plates, the oceanic plates and the continental plates, they are not stable, they are not static, they are floating. Where they are floating? They are floating on the upper part of the mantle, which is called the asthenosphere. Now, as these plates are floating, they are actually moving in a very slow motion, but still they are moving. So what happens? The molten magma that is there within the Earth's crust, that is, comes up through the joints and fractures. And when it comes up through the joints, it exerts pressure, and what happens? And the oceanic plates move. When the oceanic plates move, the continental plates also keep moving. So what it is happening? The plates are floating on the asthenosphere. These plates are moving. They are moving in a very slow motion. When magma, that is from the interior of the Earth, it is trying to come up. How it is? There are some joints, there are some fractures, very fine line fractures or broken lines are there. Through it, the magma is trying to come out. When it is trying to come out, it is exerting pressure. Due to this pressure on the oceanic plates, the oceanic plates starts moving. When the oceanic plates are moving, the continental plates also keep moving. So as a result of the movement of the oceanic and the continental plates, there occurs volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. And we find that what is happening? When this is happening, that is when the oceanic plate and the continental plates, they are trying to take the place, they are to converge. Then what is happening? Due to the pressure that is existing, either earthquake occurs or there is volcanic eruption. And due to this earthquake or volcanic eruptions, a series of landforms develop on the surface of the Earth. So these landforms are formed due to the endogenous forces. So endogenous forces work within the Earth's interior. There are two types of plates, oceanic plates and continental plates. The oceanic and the continental plates, they are not static, they are moving. When they are moving, when they start moving, they are actually moving in a very slow motion. But when the magma tries to come out from the interior of the Earth, it exerts pressure. Due to that pressure, the oceanic plates move, the continental plates also start moving. Due to this movement of the two plates, what is happening? There is earthquake or volcanic eruption. When earthquake or volcanic eruptions are occurring, they are developing a series of landforms on the surface of the earth. So these landforms which are formed due to the movement of the plates within the earth's crust or due to endogenous factors, we can say that these landforms have been formed due to the result of the endogenous forces working within the earth's crust or within the interior of the earth. So that is one group of landforms that we see. So for today, I will keep up to this much, up to the endogenous forces. In the next video, we will take up the